Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Lorcutt here. Today I'm going to be doing a travel guide for Rock State Park. It's actually a hiking adventure in Maryland, and I live in Maryland, surprise surprise. I wanted to show some good hiking spots for people that live here. Or if you ever travel in Maryland, maybe you could come visit. I actually just went there recently, so I have some videos according to what I'll be telling you today as well. And I think you might like it. You can enjoy the experience like I did. So here's a hiking guide for Rock State Park. To start with, Rock State Park features 855 acres of foresty land, and one of the primary attractions there is the Kings and Queens seat, and that's actually where I went. A little bit of background on this state park is that one of the first state parks in Maryland created for the sole purpose of protecting a natural feature, which was the Kings and Queens seat. In 1949, the state of Maryland purchased that state park. So if you don't know about what are we talking about this Kings and Queens seat, it's actually this feature, and it's a huge collection of rocks, huge rocks. If you get all the way to the edge of the seat, there's a spectacular 190 feet lookout. You're all the way at the top, so there is some elevation and you do have to climb. So starting with the hike, depending which parking lot you're coming from, it can be about a half a mile to 3.5 miles for your hike. It honestly depends on what trail you go on. For example, I know for a fact the White Trail definitely has a lot more inclination and elevation than the other trails, but it's also a trail that leads you right to the Kings and Queens seat. So that's the trail that I take. But there are 3 different trails at Rock State Park. If you want to stay for the Kings and Queens seat with the shortest amount of time to get there, it's the White Trail. I have hiked the other trails, but I haven't seen anything as special as this one. That's why I wanted to tell you this, because it's absolutely breathtaking. I love it so much. It might be 3.5 miles to get to what you're looking for, but I think it's worth it. If you want to hike all the trails, if you really like hiking, go for it, and then you can finish with the Kings and Queens seat. I don't think you will be disappointed at all. It's mostly moderate hiking with a bit of an incline. There's also some rocks that you're going to have to hike over. They're just left there, depending on which trail you take. But I would recommend not going when it's wet outside. It can make things fairly difficult for you. If you do go when it's wet outside, just please take extra precaution. Wear hiking shoes or wear shoes with a grip. So when you make it to Kings and Queens seat, the scenery is absolutely breathtaking. It's beautiful. Of the lookout, and it's looking over Deer Creek. Hiking up to the lookout is a very real experience, so please be careful. You are going to have to climb some rocks to get there. I would recommend only people with skills from 4 to 5 hike that, because it is fairly slippery. It doesn't really have a lot of grip because it is a rock. Please wear good hiking shoes or shoes with a grip when you're making this hike. I actually went the day after it rained. I did that though because I have a fair share of hiking experience. I had hiking shoes. I was good to go. But when I was there, I did see a kid wanted to go to the lookout, and he was wearing Converse, something that does not have a good grip, and slipped and just face planted right on the rock, almost fell off the rock. So it was a very scary experience, and I don't want that to happen to you. I want to talk to you about this to make you realize how important it is to be cautious, especially when you're there. If you do just only have tennis shoes, please just be careful. Be slow and steady with your steps. If you do not, please do not go close to the outlook. It is very easy to slip. It's all rocks on the corner as well. It's kind of like a cliff. If you do not have shoes, you could have the chance of falling off. The climb to the outlook actually is about 8 to 115 feet. But yeah, if you do go, please just make sure that it's dry there. I also went during the day because the park does close at dawn. Parking is fairly easy to find. It's usually on the corners of just wherever road that's near Rock State Park. So it's pretty easy for the most part. And there's actually a parking lot directly next to Kings and Queens seat if you're not very good with hiking either. Either way, I would suggest some good hiking shoes because you're going to have to hike on the rocks in order to get to the outlook. I think the best days would be going midday during the weekdays. On weekends, sometimes it gets pretty crowded. So if you want just some like alone time, if you want to go by yourself or your significant other, I went during probably around 2 o'clock, and it was on like a Wednesday or something. You got to go at your own pace. Everything was very chill. I definitely wanted to share my experience with you, and that's why I have all this footage here so you can see it for yourself. But I would definitely give this difficulty rate 1 to 5. It's probably a 3. For my hiking experience there, I would give it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was fairly amazing, especially to share it with someone else to see this outlook of the amazing view. Thank you guys for listening to this hiking guide. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I know this is a short video, but I was actually actually considering making this an ongoing thing. It's short but sweet. I'm hoping that this helped you out a little bit. If you like this video, please give this video a big thumbs up and press the red button down below to subscribe to this channel. I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye!